Hello there, this is Dario Moore. Yes, the title of the video is Black Mother's Day. I wanted to do this just as a plea and declaration from the Black child who was a young Black gay boy being sexually abused, mentally, physically, emotionally being bullied. And I just want to make this plea to the mothers. I mean, this can pertain to another community, but I can really just speak to what I know and what I grew up in the Black community. And of course, unfortunately, because the generation I was raised in and how unfortunately it twinkled down, some got the message and chose to rear their child differently, and some didn't. They wanted to continue the cycle, which is not good. And then you have babies having babies. Of course, they don't know how to be parents, and the cycle just keeps going on and on and on. And this is a plea for it to stop and for behavior of change to take place, to start making our communities better, to start raising productive young African-American children that know who they are, confident in who they are, or with who they are, with acceptance and approval, living their truth, living in freedom. And so that's what this plea about. That's what this is all about. So hello, Black mother. It is Mother's Day this weekend. Let me make this plea and declaration to you, to you, to you, to you. I was that young Black child. You took care of me very well, which a lot of you typically do. You get us things, and that was your way of showing affection and quote unquote love. But for the abused child like me, who was being sexually abused, violated, bullied, emotionally abused through you, yelling all the time, never asking how my day was, never complimenting me, saying you're doing a good job, never being encouraging. That was me. I needed that. I needed you. I really did. Because as a child, I was forced to process all of that adult stuff, and that wasn't my job or my responsibility. My job was only to be a child. Like, I was a confused child at that. So I really needed you. Little did you know, the drug dealers in the neighborhood were taking advantage of me rampantly, sexually violating me, was being bullied by the bullies in the neighborhood, the families who dominated with the bad kids. Same thing. Just for me being different. I did nothing wrong. And I needed to be able to come to you. But instead you told me, stop crying. Be a boy. Be a male. That doesn't work. Sorry, sweetheart. That's not the right message to deliver. And I grew up with that all stuck in my head. You took me to church where they bashed me being different as well. It wasn't okay to like the same sex, so they said. And I grew up with that too. As I got older, it forced me into wanting to commit suicide because I had no way other to turn. I just knew I felt that way. I even got married twice to gain your approval, hoping you would love me better. Little did I know I was not going to be able to change you. I even tried to buy you with things, try to get you things, but you still were the same. Got 2 degrees in college, so did my siblings. All of your children graduated from college. You still never said great job or anything verbally to us. You never said you really loved us. You would text it once texting came out and cell phones became available. One day you even text me, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That was in the fall of 2000. I'll never forget it. That was my first actual attempt, because in college I had the thought and the process, but I didn't really come up with the final plan. But in 2009, when I could no longer use school as an outlet or use my achievements as an outlet, I was forced to face me. And that I couldn't get out of bed. I knew something was wrong. I was ready to check out. And you sent that text. I even had to go off on you for sending that text. Please stop telling the Black child, be a man, be a lady, whatever. If you want to teach us certain things, just teach it and accept us for who we are. Work with that. And if you don't know how, it's okay. There's counseling out there. That don't mean you're negotiating your faith, your trust in God. Just trust God to work through that counselor, but you need help. Because if you don't get help, you're going to continue the same cycle, and the cycle will continue to trickle down until one of the children like me step up and speak out, pleading, making a declaration, begging and pleading with the Black community to do something different. Accept your child for who they are. They're not committing a crime. They're not out there gang banging and drugging and selling drugs and just doing stupid, foolish behavior, but just living their truth. And you continue to verbally assault. That just taps into the mental. I remember the day you beat me because I was going into high school, AB student. I didn't want to play football. You beat me because I didn't want to play football. Wow. That was physically abusive and mentally damaging, on top of the abuse that was already going on from 4 years old to 18, then in college being date raped, then a suicide in the adult life. It really traumatized me all the way up until 40. I had so much going for myself, but because of all of that, including you with your baggage and your abuse, on top of the physical, the social, the mental, I couldn't even acknowledge the achievements of publishing the 3 books. Being a great educator, only one school I stayed in for 2 years. All the others, as soon as it felt unsafe to me because that kid in me was still roaring its head out because it never had a chance to develop and grow because it was forced to become a quote unquote adult, even though they know how to process adult things, but had to face those adult things and adult issues by himself. Babysitting the other kids, taking on those responsibilities. I understand you had to work. I was part of that latchkey generation. I understand. But the kid in me didn't understand, didn't get it. There was still a part that you needed to play, a responsibility that you needed to play and take responsibility of. I forgive you, though. I forgive you. And I'm learning to love you day by day as I understand what love is, as I love myself unconditionally, finally, and being the parent to the boy in me that's still there. Finally, loving myself unconditionally and parenting myself like only I can, because I know what I lacked. I know what needs nurturing. And I'm doing that with no apologies. No apologies. Walking in forgiveness of the violators, including you and my father. Black mothers, mothers in general. Come on, it's time for you to do better. Mother is more than just a title. It's a responsibility. It's an obligation. You lay down. You made the choice to have sex with that person, whoever, and to bring the child into the world. Come on. You have to do better. Get help. Do better. Because our kids are still suffering. Look at me. I'm about to be 42, but there's still young kids who are taking their lives. No longer is that okay. No longer is that negotiable. It's non-negotiable. So it's not okay for a young person to want to take their lives and then take it. Come on. Especially my Black community, my Black people, Black America, wake up. Don't let them wait until they become a full adult like me and then have to go through all of that trying to still take themselves out. It's time out for that. It's time out. So forgive yourself for whatever you feel that you messed up on, or you feel you wasn't a good mother. Whatever that is, deal with that. Face that. Breathe that. Take it in. Get the help you need. God is not just some box you can just use to cover you and nothing else took place. He sees what you're doing. He knows what you're doing. He knows what you did. Come on. It's time out. It's time out. Our Black children need you. Step up, mothers. If you don't know how to be a mother, there's many programs out there to help you. There's no shame in that. The shame is in you not doing anything about it and continuing to live day after day like it's okay. And you know deep down inside, it's not okay. Do something about it. The gifts, yes, they feel good, but that's a temporary fix. It's temporary. We need more than just your gifts and your security. We need your emotional support, your social support. We need to hear you say, I love you. We need to experience that love with you, conversation with you, conversing with you. Come on, spending time with you. We need that. The children of today, they need it. And so I don't have a problem with sharing my story, to speak up, making a plea, calling out a declaration for you to do better, learn better. It's time. And what an opportunity for me to share this now on the Mother's Day weekend. It's time. It's time. And I no longer can sit by and be quiet. I have a responsibility to speak up. I'm still here for a reason. A survivor, of 3 to 4 sexual bondage attacks, anxiety attacks, of trying to commit suicide, wanting to check out, and God not allowing it. This year, 2018, February 7th to March the 6th. That was the big scare of my life, the big wake-up call, the crash. Please, Black mothers, please, I plead with you. I plead. Made a declaration of sharing my story, making a plea to you. Please declare today that you will do better as a mom, as a sister, as a friend. Please take a stand. Even if it's not the child you actually bore, but a child in your community, and you're able to be a mother to them the correct way. Let's start to make a difference today. Don't wait another minute, another hour, another day. It is time. Wake up, Black America. Wake up. That Black mother is the foundation of the Black community. The Black father is supposed to be the provider and also the caregiver as well. But mostly the Black mother, the Black wife. She holds it together. And we need you to embody all of that. No more shh, don't say anything. No more God made Adam and Eve. No more of that. That's not working. That's negativity, negative energy. Bring positive energy. Forgive yourself. Do better. Be better. Say I love you to your child. Be different to them. Let them know you're sorry and you apologize. I forgive you. I forgive you. Happy Mother's Day, Black mother, Black America. Happy Black Mother's Day. Please take this plea seriously. It's time. No more excuses. It's time. Happy Mother's Day.